Islamophobia, a term that became one of the most dominant in media nowadays due to the deadly attacks executed in the name of Islam. The term serves as an umbrella to encapsulate negative sentiments against Muslims.
To put us as second-class citizens in our country and put these other people, these alien colonizers, before us.
We decided to examine Islamophobia effects for ourselves, so we packed our bags and set off. In Barcelona, we found people from different cultures and people with different perspectives, so we asked both citizens and foreigners about their opinion of Islamophobia.
It is in media due to the reality today, like what's happening in Iraq and in Syria, and the way even some medias actually sell it. Goes to the most extremists and interview them and show this actually as like a reality, as a truth and a general truth to the European public. And a lot of people actually just don't know anything. They're just people that are good people but ignorant, and they just take everything they are told in TV.
It varies because on one hand you have a lot of liberal media, and liberal media, they don't really focus on Islam, but they don't either paint it in a negative image. And on the other hand, you have like super conservative, like middle-aged white men media, and they're always like, anything that's different from us is scary. Anything that's different from us is going to attack us.
They sympathize with the general Muslim population most of the time, and they point out that ISIS are targeting Muslims mostly. It a lot has to do with our Prime Minister, who the newly elected Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who's from the Liberal Party. He himself said that the biggest casualties of ISIS have been Muslims, so like it's a very positive image in Canada.
I think that here they try to be kind of neutral. Yes.
Yeah, they give us the message of violence from
of Islam.
So yeah,
through media.
Yeah, I think that it's not true, but it's what they tell to us.
Yeah.
I don't think in Spain they present Islam as a bad religion. I don't think in Spain they present it like this.
I don't know much about Islam. That's the problem.
Okay.
I'm from Argentina, and I know what is in TV, about terrorism, and that's. I mean, you are speaking about this, no? But I don't know much about Islam to know if there is relationship with violence. I actually don't believe much in TV.
I think Islamophobia stems from an ignorance of understanding what Islam actually is, because any true Muslim doesn't agree with the terrorist attacks and things that are actually occurring. I think ISIS and other companies like that perpetuate the idea of Islamophobia themselves don't actually know what they stand for. And I think that if people took the time to understand the Islamic faith, they would understand that. I think that's something that we don't know enough about in this country. Being a Christian country and Islam being a fairly, not new religion, but the spread of it being as wide as it is now being quite new. I don't think we're educated enough about what it really means. And I think that would change a lot of people's minds about it. I know that a lot of people who are Muslim are angry with Islamophobia because it's not fair. I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
The effect of Islamophobia had different impact on older generation than that on the younger generation, says Dr. Sami, the professor at Cairo University and the head of the Mentor Association at Autonoma University.
Young people, because they travel a lot and they are quite open to the new media, they are less affected by the media than the older generations. I think this Islamophobia is mainly, I think it's rooted in the older generation. I think these Islamophobia usually comes from the ignorance, and I would like to add one more point, which is stereotypes. And when I say stereotypes, it means that these are images about each other which are formed during ages and ages. They are not formed overnight, but they are formed, over ages. And I would blame ignorance, number one, and these stereotypes for these Islamophobia. But nowadays, with these social media and everything, I think it's even more dangerous.
During our trip, we faced many situations, but the one we faced in Venice was quite different.
We're at Venice, and we had to leave Venice and go to the airport, and it was like 6 a.m. or something. And we went to the bus stop to have a bus, and we found it closed. It was gonna open after 2 hours at 8 a.m. And then we found like a guy come from nowhere, an Italian guy. He came and he was insisting to get us from where we are to the airport. And he wanted to take us, all of us, with all our bags. And he saw that me and Merna, we were veiled, and he insisted on doing that. And he didn't mind the veil or anything.
Our journey was a very interesting one. We went to several places and met with different people. We shared Ramadan with people from different religions, and we tried to show that Islam is not a terroristic religion, but a religion that holds peace in its core.